Top 5 facts about ancient Egypt. Hello and welcome to the top 5 facts about ancient Egypt, where we count down the top 5 facts that will make you go wow. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done already. It helps me out a lot and I'll thank you a billion times. Now, let's get straight into it at number 5. Number 5. Egyptian men wore makeup. Yep, you heard it right. Back in the ancient Egyptian times, men and women alike wore makeup, usually on a day-to-day basis. Now, they did do it for cosmetic purposes, but there was many other reasons for wearing makeup. These include protecting their skin from the piercing sun, and that was used, really, as an ancient version of sun cream. They also believed that makeup has healing powers, and that would heal them from the injuries that they get from war, from life, to spots and illnesses, so they can be healthy through wearing makeup. Number 4. The Afterlife and the Book of the Dead. Okay, so what we mean by this is the Egyptians believed that life started after death in the afterlife, and therefore how people died and how they were buried with their worth, with all the important pieces that they had in their life, their jewels, their money, etc. That's how they would go to the afterlife. One important piece of material is the Book of the Dead, which you can see on screen now. This Book of the Dead, it is full of important texts, spells, messages and prayers to help anyone reach the afterlife if they have this book in their tomb. This piece of material was arguably the most important thing. Anyone that was wealthy or someone who is in a powerful position or a position of power would have one of these extremely lavish and expensive books. Number 3. Mummies and their bandages. So, wrapping the mummy was very important, especially to do it correctly. So therefore, they would wrap the head and the neck first with strips of fine linen, and then the fingers and toes individually with the rest of the body afterwards. Some of these bandages reached lengths up to a whole 1.5 kilometers long. Between the layers, they would wrap amulets and place amulets across the body to help them guide and protect them through the underworld and the afterlife. While the body is being wrapped, a priest would read aloud spells to ward away evil spirits and help the deceased through the afterlife. Yes, this is a lot of information, but I hope you're keeping up on this top 5 video. And finally, the ritual called the opening of the mouth is the final part of the process to get the deceased through the afterlife to the underworld, things like that. And this is where the deceased, the dead person, will be able to eat one last time. So they would bring the body to the family or to higher people, and they would eat and drink with the people who were alive. And that is how they went to the underworld, the last meal before the underworld. Number 2. Egyptians were the first to use paper and ink. Yes, that's right. Somewhere between 3100 BC and 2686 BC, the Egyptians invented paper made from a plant called the papyrus plant and ink to write with. Egyptian scribes usually wrote with parts of reed bushes they dipped in ink. This ink was made by mashing and grinding up many different vibrant, bright colours. These colours were from many types of material and from mud and from things they found. So after grinding these up and the bright colour is made, they would mix them all together with a good sustainable liquid to be read for a long visual time. That's how we know that some of these scripts, some of these pieces of writing have lasted thousands and thousands of years, which is absolutely amazing. Number 1. The Great Pyramid was not built by slaves. So yeah, the stories that we all heard about the ancient Egyptian times, where the Great Pyramids were built by hundreds of slaves being whipped by their superiors, is false. It's not the case. In fact, the pyramids were built by upwards of 5,000 permanent employees and anywhere between the region of 1,500 to 2,000 temporary workers. And those employees were used between the years of the construction. They were also given temporary accommodation where they were working on the site so they could go to and from work easily. They were also paid in food, drink, medical help, and alcohol as payment. If they did, even though a lot of people did die when they were working on the site, they would even give them a burial in a graveyard not far from the site. So I'm thinking about this. Food, alcohol, drink, for a little bit of work pushing a stone around. I'm down. Thanks for watching. That was the top 5 facts about ancient Egypt. I hope you enjoyed and stay tuned for more videos and episodes. If you liked this episode, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thanks again. See you next time.